Have you ever wondered how your heart speaks to you? The heart, this tireless engine within us all, has its own secret language. A language of beats and rhythms, of whispers and roars. But do we truly understand what it's saying? Do we know when it's singing a song of health or crying out in distress? Imagine for a moment your heart as the conductor of your body's orchestra, directing every beat, every breath, every move. It's a remarkable machine, pumping blood throughout your body, delivering life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every cell. But what happens when the conductor falters? When the rhythm is broken? That's when our heart speaks to us. It sends signals, symptoms and signs that something might be wrong. It might begin as a subtle discomfort or a quiet whisper of pain. It might be a sudden, sharp sting or a persistent throbbing ache. These are the words of the heart's secret language, the messages it sends when it's under stress or in danger. But are we listening? Do we understand these murmurs, these cries for help, or do we dismiss them as mere inconveniences, temporary glitches in the system? The importance of heart health can't be overstated. After all, it's not just about the heart. It's about every part of you, every cell, every organ. Your heart is the core of your being, the engine that powers your life. When your heart is healthy, you're healthy, but when it's not, it affects everything else. So, how do we decipher this secret language? How do we learn to listen to our hearts, to understand their messages, to respond to their cries for help? That's what we're going to explore. Because understanding the heart's language is not just about knowledge, it's about action. It's about making the right choices, about taking care of ourselves, about living healthier, happier lives. Our hearts have their own language, and it's time we learned how to understand it. But what happens when the heart's whispers turn into screams? Well, one potential answer to that is a heart attack, a medical emergency that's as stealthy as it is severe. A heart attack, also known as myocardial infarction, occurs when blood flow to a part of the heart is blocked, usually by a blood clot. This blockage can damage or destroy part of the heart muscle, and that's when the heart's whispers turn into screams. So, how does this silent intruder infiltrate our bodies? It all starts with the arteries. These are the highways for oxygen and nutrient-rich blood, vital for keeping our heart healthy and beating. Over time, due to factors like poor diet, lack of exercise, or genetic predisposition, a substance known as plaque builds up on the walls of these arteries. Think of it as a traffic jam on the highway where the flow of vehicles, or in this case blood, slows down or even comes to a complete stop. Now imagine if this traffic jam turned into a full-blown roadblock. That's essentially what happens during a heart attack. The plaque can rupture, causing a blood clot to form that completely blocks the flow of blood. Without this vital supply, the heart muscle begins to die. This is the biological process of a heart attack, a silent intruder that barges in without knocking. The terrifying part is that this intruder often slips in unnoticed. It's silent, stealthy, and can strike when least expected. However, it isn't entirely invisible. If we pay close attention, we can spot its signs and call for help before it's too late. Remember, the heart might whisper for a while, but when it screams, it demands to be heard. A heart attack is a silent intruder, but its signs can be loud and clear if we know what to look for. So let's learn to understand the heart's secret language, to spot the signs, and to take action swiftly and surely. Because in this life or death situation, every second counts. Would you recognize a cry for help from your heart? Let's delve into understanding some of the telltale signs that your heart might be in distress, signaling a potential heart attack. First off, one of the most common symptoms is chest discomfort. It's not always a dramatic, clutch your chest kind of pain like you see in the movies. Sometimes it's more of a discomfort or a feeling of pressure, squeezing or fullness in the center of your chest. This sensation can last for more than a few minutes, or it can come and go. Next, shortness of breath is another key symptom. This can happen with or without chest discomfort. You may find yourself panting or feeling winded, even if you haven't been exerting yourself physically. Then, there are other signs, more subtle but equally important. You might feel an unexplained and overwhelming fatigue, or experience nausea, indigestion, heartburn, or even stomach pain. Some people may also feel lightheaded or suddenly dizzy. This can be particularly alarming if you're not prone to such experiences, and let's not forget, symptoms of a heart attack can vary from person to person. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. For instance, Women are more likely than men to experience some of the less obvious signs, such as shortness of breath, nausea, vomiting, and back or jaw pain. Now, it's vital to remember that if you or someone around you experiences any of these symptoms, don't wait to see if they'll go away. Every minute counts when it comes to a heart attack. Call for medical help immediately. Understanding these symptoms is crucial. It's like learning a new language, the language of your heart. And when your heart speaks, it's essential to listen, because it might be crying out for help. Knowing these symptoms could make the difference between life and death. Scene script. How can we fortify our hearts against these silent intruders? It's a question that deserves our undivided attention. The answer lies within our daily habits and lifestyle choices. One of the most effective ways to prevent heart attacks is maintaining a balanced, nutritious diet. This doesn't mean you have to forgo your favorite foods entirely. Rather, it's about moderation and making healthier choices more often than not. Incorporate plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your meals. Limit your intake of saturated fats, trans fats, sodium, and added sugars. But a healthy diet is only half the battle. Regular physical activity is equally crucial. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. This could be brisk walking, swimming, cycling, or even dancing. The important thing is to find an activity you enjoy, so it becomes less of a chore and more of a hobby. In addition to diet and exercise, it's important to keep a close eye on your blood pressure and cholesterol levels. High blood pressure and high cholesterol can damage your heart and blood vessels, increasing your risk of a heart attack. Regular checkups with your healthcare provider can help you monitor these levels and take necessary steps if they're too high. Stress management is another key element in heart attack prevention. Chronic stress can contribute to heart disease, so it's important to find healthy ways to cope with stress. This could be through yoga, meditation, reading, or even just taking a walk in nature. Smoking, too, is a major risk factor for heart attacks. If you're a smoker, quitting is the best thing you can do for your heart health. And if you don't smoke, don't start. Lastly, remember to limit your alcohol intake. While moderate drinking can have some heart benefits, excessive drinking can lead to high blood pressure, heart failure, and even stroke. Prevention is our best weapon in this fight for heart health. By adopting these lifestyle changes, we can significantly reduce our risk of heart attacks and live longer, healthier lives. Your heart is at the center of your health. Shouldn't you take care of it? In this journey through the corridors of heart health, we've unlocked the mysteries of our hearts, delved into the silent intruders that threaten it, and uncovered the signs that signal a heart attack. We've learned that our heart, much like a cryptic poet, communicates through a secret language of symptoms. It's a language we all must strive to understand, for it could be the difference between life and death. We've also learned that heart attacks are not inevitable. They are not natural disasters that strike without warning. Instead, they are often the result of choices we make every day. What we eat, how much we move, how we manage stress, and how we care for our health. In this context, prevention is not just about avoiding risk factors. It's a proactive approach to living. It's about embracing habits that nourish your heart, like eating a balanced diet, getting regular exercise, and taking time for rest and relaxation. It's about routine checkups and listening to your body, acknowledging its needs and responding to its signals. Remember, your heart doesn't just keep you alive, it's a reflection of your overall health. A strong, healthy heart is often the result of a healthy lifestyle. When you take care of your heart, you're not just preventing heart attacks, you're enhancing your overall well-being. Despite the grim statistics, heart disease is not an inescapable destiny. It's preventable, treatable, and beatable. Every heartbeat is a new opportunity to make healthier choices, to take a step towards better health. So as we conclude this journey, remember, your heart is not just an organ in your body. It's a powerful symbol of life, love, and health. It's a tireless worker, beating around 100,000 times a day, pumping blood and supplying oxygen and nutrients to every cell in your body. Your heart is counting on you to take the right steps. Will you answer its call? Before you leave, remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more health tips and interesting facts. Your heart will thank you.